My name is Polly Pattullo. I'm a publisher of Papillotte Press books. We publish books about Dominica, by Dominicans, and for Dominicans, but also for the wider world. We're very, very small. Small but perfectly formed is what I call. And somebody also called us small and invaluable Papillotte Press, so that was very nice. I publish a whole range of non-niche books, but in a very niche market. Like I publish short stories, poetry, children's books, fiction, non-fiction. So there's a large range of books, but what they have in common is that they are about Dominica. I've been going there for nearly 30 years. Next year will be my 30th Dominican birthday, as it were. I went there to do with books. When I was a journalist, I went there to interview Phyllis Shandall-Free, author of The Orchid House. This was Phyllis's when she was quite elderly, and she was absolutely thrilled that somebody would come and interview her about herself, not just about Jean Rhys, whom she knew, of course. But her book Phyllis Orfrey's book, The Orchid House, had just been reprinted by Virago, so it was a big occasion for her. And that's when I first went to Dominica, and it was a place that I was to return to, and now I live there part of the year and have a little house in the rainforest. Quite a lot of my books have been reviewed here, which is, I think, quite an achievement for a small publishing house, and it also reflects the idea that the Caribbean, of course, has an enormous sort of literary backlog of books here and a reputation with some of our finest writers have come from the Caribbean and been of Caribbean origin. So I think that from that point of view, Papillotte Press does very well, and this future book that I have, which is forthcoming book, which is going to be on sale at 31st of May, is a children's picture book, and this is going to definitely be a big crossover because it's written by a prize-winning author here, Trish Cook, who is of Dominican heritage, and illustrated by Caroline Binch, who's probably best known for her book Amazing Grace. So they have established reputation in this country, and I have high hopes for it because it's a gorgeous book. But also, most importantly, I hope that children in Dominica will enjoy it and have access to it, because there are so few books that actually reflect their life and culture, and this book is very heavily embedded in Dominica and the story of Dominica and its folk myths and tales. But I think it's quality that will be picked up. And if your book is of a high quality, both in the way it's been edited and designed and produced, then there's absolutely no reason why Caribbean publishers shouldn't make a big hit here. Else does. Now, of course, social networking is very important, and that has a global reach and an immediate reach, and also the old-fashioned ways of contacting reviewers and books editors and newspaper literary editors and so on. So you just have to do your homework. Well, of course, there are a lot of children here who are of Caribbean heritage, so that, and I think it's very important because there are so few books still that reflect that. But also the wider market. I mean, we do have tried to be here an inclusive society, and it's very important that is part of the remit of any publisher to be inclusive.